Welcome Knightline Live with your hosts Jerry Middleton and Rick Fletcher. Knightline Live is filmed in front of a studio audience.
Welcome to Knightline Live. It's a Monday night, 7 o'clock. I'm Jerry Middleton. Along with me, as usual, is Rick Fletcher. And Rick, it's a beautiful day outside for sports.
Oh, yeah, it's wonderful. It's about 39 degrees and raining. What more can you ask for? Jerry, let me just make a comment. People can see what goes on before we come on the air. My goodness, I don't know if we'd be more popular or less popular, but
I would bet we'll be more popular.
Yeah, I tell you what.
Hey, to start things off here, we had some of our students make it to the art show, and actually did quite well. Olivia Blyle, she won Best of Show in the art.
And I'm understanding, she's an archer also.
Yeah, she's also an
We're going to
archer.
have the archery guys on tonight. We're going to talk all about their national tournament. So
Yeah, and Sierra Burns got 2 third-place ribbons. And I'm not sure, I think that was in print and painting.
Well, congratulations to them.
Yeah.
You know, that's quite an honor for someone who has zero art talent. You know, that's quite an accomplishment.
Yeah, the only art I have is if they call me art.
All right, so little, kind of a potpourri of things we got going on here to start the show. Addison Mastriano she's made a verbal commitment. She's going to play at Detroit Mercy, the Titans. I believe they're the Titans, if I'm correct. Congratulations to her. Division I Horizon League team.
Yep.
Actually, Butler used to be part of that league before they went to the
it
Big
used to
East.
be the Mid-Cities Conference, the MCC, years ago, which I refereed in.
Okay.
And little known fact, remember who the coach was at Detroit Mercy?
I have no idea.
Well, I'll give you a hint. He would go, Jerry, baby, come on, give me a call. Dickie V.
Was he really?
Yeah, Dick Vitale was the coach there.
Oh, wow.
So I'll see him.
Obviously, he's gone on to bigger things.
Yeah, and here I am.
So, Addie, congratulations.
Yes.
Her mom keeps us up to date on Facebook on her tournament and her AAU, and she's busy. I tell you, she does track.
Yep.
Okay, we're going to see a little bit of her, and we have a nice segment on track tonight. So she's got a very busy AAU season. She's all over the place. She had a couple of different options available to her, and I think that league's going to be great for her.
I do too.
That's a perfect spot for her, and so she got that off her plate. I don't know when she can actually say it's a verbal commitment, not signing a letter of intent.
I think you have to be after you've had to have graduated your junior year before you can actually sign. But other than that, you can give verbal commitment.
Yeah, so they'll have that ceremony that we usually do here where she'll sign her letter of intent. So congratulations to Addie. We are looking forward to a great girls basketball season. Of course, that's not till next winter, but we can always look ahead.
At this point, that's next week.
That's coming up. All right, sectionals for softball and baseball have been announced, and we'll be discussing those because we'll have a couple segments on those. So there's a lot going on. There's a lot of sports. We're not going to be able, I don't think, to get to everything tonight, Jerry. But that's pretty normal at this point. When you got a lot of things going on, things are going to, you're going to miss some things, and we can't be everywhere.
Nope.
We rely on other people to feed us information, and usually they're great about it.
Absolutely.
We get all that information. All right, let's start out with baseball. All right, first of all, Jerry, we have an announcement that we've made on our Facebook page, but why don't you tell us what we're going to attempt to do?
Well, tomorrow night, weather permitting,
we're going to try. Right now doesn't look good.
We're going to try and live stream the baseball game tomorrow night against Hagerstown. Hagerstown, I think, is ranked number 2 or number 3 in 2A.
Yeah.
And so that's going to be a tough, tall task for the Knights, but hey, it's baseball. Anything can happen in baseball.
Well, it's been an odd year. So the Knights beat Shenandoah handily. okay? And Shenandoah beat Hagerstown handily. Now, we don't know who was pitching,
Yep.
okay? I mean, pitching has a lot to do with
Yep.
the outcome of these ball games. But it's a big week for the Knights. Right now, they're at 7-6. Last week was a tough week for them. They lost a close one to a very good Union City team, conference game. It's right now they need a win, and a win against Hagerstown would be a huge win.
Would be
for them.
huge.
Because they started out the season real strong.
Yep.
They were 6-0 to start out the season. Now they're 7-6, and they're in the games. Every game that they're playing, they're in the games. But it's been a tough road here.
Well,
And
and as of late, again, baseball's a long season,
it is.
and you have your ups and your downs. Pitching has ups and downs. The other day, Trevor Burkhalter, let's see, who is that? Burkhart
Yeah.
pitched, and he looked like flipping Cy Young
Okay.
out on the mound.
And that's what we need him
He
to
was
be.
he threw the ball great, and so that was a big positive that came along with everything. And then in that Union City game, the Knights were just. If the Union City shortstop hadn't backed up that throw to third base, the Knights have been on the winning end of that game.
Things happen,
Yeah.
and you look at baseball and softball similar too. It's the little plays,
Yeah.
they all add up to a 1 or 2 run loss.
Yeah.
It's not taking that extra base when you should. Running with 2 outs, just
Correct.
those things, making sure you throw to the right base. I mean, just baseball is such a mental game, and all those little errors, those mental errors, they add up to things that can cost you a ball game. So, it's probably, in my estimation, for high school kids, baseball is probably one of the toughest sports
Absolutely.
you can play. Number one, it's tough to hit a curveball.
Yep.
Most high school kids just have a very difficult time adjusting to a curveball. So if you got a guy who can throw hard and he has a curveball, then it's
Yeah.
tough to hit.
That's right.
Tough
Absolutely.
to hit. But again, just doing the teams that do all the little things, like they'll catch all the routine plays, make the routine plays. Every once in a while, they might make a great play. We saw that with Knightstown a couple weeks
Absolutely.
ago. Knightstown made every routine play, and they made a couple spectacular plays in the field, and it's those things that add up to wins for teams.
Yep.
And I think our team, the Knights, there's talent on there. I mean, there's talent, and all it takes, a win against Hagerstown, all of a sudden you're back. The momentum
Right.
could shift. Momentum's a big thing when it comes to baseball. So a couple tough losses against two good teams. They went and played Yorktown.
Yep.
They lost 7-3. I think that score was. And Yorktown's a great team.
Yeah,
I think
they're
their
good.
record's like 12-3 or something
Yeah.
like that. And they're a 3A school. A lot of history with Yorktown. So Knights just looking for that big signature win. And boy, a win against Hagerstown
Would be it.
That'd be a great win for them right there if they could do that. So we're going to attempt to live stream that. All right, we've been told that our internet connection is good. All right, so we're going to find out.
So if you tune in and we're not there, there's
Well,
a good reason.
That's going to be on the IHSAA
Yeah.
website.
That's right. That's on IHSA, and that link is on our Facebook page.
Yeah, you go to our Facebook page and you'll find that link to that game. I went out there the other day, Jerry, just used my phone. Now, sometimes my phone doesn't tell
Yeah.
the true story, okay? But it looked like we had as much internet connection as we have right here. I don't know. I'm not a techno guy, so...
I don't know either.
And I'm hoping the technology guys will be there to make sure the airwaves are clear, because a lot of times when we go broadcast out of town, we got to have the tech guy there
Yeah.
to make sure that we have a clear channel, if that's what it's called. I don't know what it's called, but it's a clear internet connection. And through a school, there's usually some blocks in place.
There's some filters and
blocks,
Yeah.
and so that those have to be removed, even if it's temporarily.
Yeah.
So we can do that. So we want to do that because sectional draw was yesterday.
Knights play game 1.
Game 1, and who do they play?
And they will play Knightstown.
Now that's going to be, I think you can find in that sectional, Jerry, you're going to have Knightstown, Union County, Northeastern, Hagerstown, Shenandoah,
and Eastern Hancock.
Okay, you got 6 teams. Probably, I think the Knights are one of those teams that if they play right and their pitching's good, they could come out winning that.
Absolutely.
So can Hagerstown. So can Knightstown. And don't sleep on Union County.
Yeah,
You know,
right.
I don't know what Eastern Hancock has. I'm not sure about the strength of those, but there's probably at least 4 teams, if not more, 4 or 5 teams that any one of those teams could come out on top.
Well, in the way things are set up, you have to have more than one pitcher.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. You're going to start May 24th is the first game.
Which is what I've always said. You need to set it up where you got to have more than one pitcher.
Yeah.
It is.
You got to have at least 2 strong, and a good couple of relievers would be helpful coming out of the bullpen.
I always said if you got 2 kids that can pitch and 2 that can throw, it's dangerous.
Yeah, and that's what it takes. Pitching is the name of the game, and it's doubly important when it comes to the state tournament. And here we are. That's only 3 weeks away from this week, Jerry. That's hard to believe, really.
Right around the corner.
Coming right. I guess school must be coming to an end. You're not anxious for that, are
No,
you?
18 days, but who's counting?
So, our goal and our hopes are we're going to televise sectionals or, broadcast sectionals.
We are going to try our darndest to do it.
Yep. So if it means, take the next few games that the Knights have, the home games, and we'll, we've never done it before. It's a little bit different than basketball because you don't get clear views. You got to put the cameras, we got to find out where the cameras are going to be. But it's going to be Marty Brenneman and Joe Nuxall on the call tomorrow night. Marty's going to have the play-by-play, and Joe's going to do the color commentary, and it'll be fun.
We'll have to figure out how we'll do our Subway Player of the Game.
We'll figure that out. We'll just like we do everything else. We finally get it figured out. All right, so baseball, they got a big week ahead. They're busy this week. Provided everything comes off. They got a game tomorrow at home. They're going to be at Tri on Wednesday. Friday they got a game, doubleheader on Saturday, Franklin County. That's a lot of baseball. And their arms are going to be tired. Whoever's pitching, they're going to need everybody pitching. And then with the Knights, they've got some guys who can pitch.
Yeah.
They just got to be on when it comes time for those games in sectional. All right. Well, we're going to take a break, and when we come back, we're going to talk to Doug Berhalter, archery. Archery's got a big tournament. National tournament coming up, and so we got Doug, and actually Brian just came on in, so we're going to have Doug and Brian. Cold right out of the rain, right onto the hot lights of the set right here, Jerry. So we're going to take a break. We're going to hear from our gold level sponsors. We'll be back, and you're watching Knightline Live.
13,000 feet has a way of testing a man's soul. After all, you were never meant to take on such an endeavor. That long drop is what separates human from superhuman. That fear is the only enemy, the only thing keeping you from feeling that power in your bones. And here we are, right here, right now. Let's fly.
You're good at motivation, we're good at your insurance. Start with Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance and stop knocking on wood.
KOA Exit 151A, registration and the general store. It's a family-owned campground with pull-through parking for RVs or travel trailers with full hookups. Rent a cabin. Relax at one of the fire pits, or picnic by the pond, a playground for the kids, or get in around the golf before dinner. Take a water-soaking hayride, lay out by the pool, and then take a dip. At Kate's Family Eye Care, we value a family-friendly atmosphere, offering high-quality eye exams. Our expert staff utilizes the latest techniques in eye care. We have a large selection of affordable glasses that are unique to our area. We are proud supporters of the Northeastern Knights and wish all the teams the best of luck.
Go Knights!
Coming together every day to make a difference for you, for me, and everyone in between. Because at Dot Foods, when we celebrate each other's differences and work together to make the community a better place, we become great together. At Dot Foods, what matters to you matters to us, where communities matter. Dot Foods.
Dreaming of having more space? With a mortgage from First Financial, you're golden. We keep things simple with friendly, personalized service from application to closing. We'll help you find the right mortgage loan to fit your unique needs. Plus, you can qualify for relationship pricing with an eligible checking account. And since we live in the communities we serve, you can count on our local knowledge to make sure the pieces fall into place for an on-time closing. So stop dreaming and start moving with First Financial Bank.
First! Welcome back to Knightline Live, and Rick, we're getting ready to talk some archery here, and my understanding is they're going to be shooting on May the 11th and 12th in Louisville. Now, I'm positive it's at the fairgrounds, i.e. the Expo Center, i.e. Rupp Arena, or not Rupp, but...
right off of 65,
Yeah.
you drive right by, is that right?
I don't know if you've ever been in there before.
Never have.
Been in there for volleyball and basketball, and that place is absolutely big.
And there'll be some arrows flying during those times.
And my understanding is there's 13,000 shooters going to be there
in 3 days.
For 3 days.
All right.
Pretty interesting.
Let's talk about logistics, all right? You just don't get in the bus or get in the cars and go. There's a whole lot of preparation that you guys have to do to get to that point. Not only you have a season, all right, where you're shooting and you're competing and all that, but and right now you're practicing. Although you did have a meet on Saturday, I do know that. But you're also there's a lot of preparation work just to get to go to this national tournament. And like Jerry said, this is huge. There's a lot of people there. Talk about that.
Basically, how you get to nationals is you got to get to state first.
Okay.
So qualifying for state gives you the opportunity to qualify for nationals.
Okay.
And nationals, it gives you the opportunity to qualify for worlds. We're not going to that one.
All right.
Okay.
Where is that, by the way?
Myrtle Beach.
Oh, well, it'd be a nice place to go.
It's not that far.
Well, the season can go all year. So basically, what you have to do is qualify at state. You take your score at state,
Okay.
and they have a formula to whether you make it or not.
Okay.
Both teams made it this year.
Both teams, senior high,
middle school and high school team both made it. So what happens is when
I'm going to slow you down just a little bit. So for our viewers, how many kids are on your middle school team and how many on your senior high team?
Well, I can only take 24 per team.
Okay.
And so I think we're taking 21 and 20 or 22 and 20. This year, some of our 8th graders are going to D.C.
Okay.
Because it's the same week that they go to D.C.
So they have a conflict there.
Yeah, so they're and I get it, and I'm totally fine with that.
Sure.
Because odds are, hopefully, we'll be going again next year. So that kind of thing. So at state, you have your qualifying score. We both made it, and what they do is they put each team in tiers. Tier 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5.
Okay.
And your tier it bases you on what dates times that you can get in to find your flight times at nationals. So our high school is in tier 4, our middle school is in tier 5.
Okay.
And so what you have to do is there's a rush when they open up the portal to get dates.
Okay.
And so it's a nightmare. But
So it's like a first come, first serve type of thing?
well, not exactly. If you're in a 1, 2, 3, and 4 tier, you have 1 and 2 tier, 3 tier, you have a good opportunity of getting what dates you want.
Gotcha, okay.
So for us, I was trying to get one date, and it just didn't work out that way.
Okay.
So the middle school was shooting on that Thursday, high school shooting on Friday. And I stayed away from the Thursday date for high school because of TEC.
Okay.
For the track.
Track
So-
meet, okay.
Right.
All right.
So after you get all that, you got to get everybody registered. You got to do all kind. You got to get the waivers done. It's a whole process. A lot of the process with archery for me is behind the scenes. Practices are easy.
Right, okay.
So like any coaches know, there's a lot of stuff behind. So I have to get permission from the school to go out of state. I have to see if we have buses, and which we won't need one this year. I have to get everybody registered. And then they give you the portal's real easy because they give you an outline of things you have to do.
Yeah.
But it takes a while.
So you're not necessarily a school affiliated sport, although you're an activity. I don't know how you do it, but
We're a club.
A club. And my understanding is the athletic director's been very accommodating to you.
I tell you what, the administration from the top all the way to the custodians have been wonderful.
Okay.
Mr. Kiesling helps us get practice times. He's got to coordinate that. I wouldn't want you couldn't pay me enough for his job. But he's good at it.
Jerry helps him out every once in a while.
But he's good at it.
And this rain's not helping him, I'm guessing. This rain is not helping him.
So there's things I have to do according to school rules, getting, everything passed by the board, for approval to go out of state.
Right.
That kind of stuff. So, they've all been fine. We haven't had any issues with anybody.
All right.
So, I think they see the positive part of the archery team and what's going on with the kids, and this is what it's all about anyway. So, the administration has been fantastic.
All right, but you have a lot of kids, 60 to 70 kids total participating, so...
We had 71, and then we kept 67 throughout the whole season.
That's pretty good. Not a lot of attrition.
Up until state, and after state, we had the team that wasn't going to nationals. We sort of just kept the nationals for practice. And some others wanted to come and shoot. That was fine too. But
okay,
they're not going down with us. Just the teams that made it.
Doug, let me ask you. These things aren't for free, and you guys, I'm assuming, don't have a multi-million-dollar donor that's bankrolling everything you do. Is that true? Or you can,
100%.
if you do, let us know. We'd like to get in on that.
Yeah.
All right. So, are you guys still raising money for these? To defray the cost? It's expensive to travel everybody down to.
The biggest cost for our club is the upkeep, the maintenance. We're going through targets like crazy. We're going through arrows like crazy. We had some very good donors, generous donors this year. We got pretty much all new targets.
All new targets, all new bows, arrows.
All new bows, all new arrows. But when you're shooting this many people, your arrows take a beating, and especially when you're shooting like our shooters are right now.
They're blowing the middles out.
They're blowing the middles out of the target.
I see a lot of those 50 scores you guys are
They're tearing arrows up when they're hitting other arrows, shooting arrows in half. So yes, we're always looking because we're needing targets and arrows, especially to keep this thing going.
So how much are targets and arrows? That's someone's actually asking.
Targets are about
After the stand and everything, they're close to 200.
Yeah.
Are they really
Piece.
for one target?
One.
Oh, I didn't
That
expect
includes
that.
the target and yeah. When you get a new target, do you have to replace the whole thing, or is it?
We replaced the whole thing. And
Yeah.
we got rolling targets that we've used here before, and they have a new target. It's called a block target that's a lot more hardy, and so that's what we're going to buy. So that's Tri-Village has those, and they have a really big team too. They have an elementary, middle school. They have over 100 kids in their program.
Wow, they're a small school.
Yeah, they have a really good team. So they use a lot of the block targets. You have to buy NASP targets. You can't just go out to Walmart and buy targets. You have to buy things that everybody else is going to use.
So then how many do you need?
We could fit 14 or 15 comfortably on our setup now.
Yeah.
wide. And like, I mean, we're going through. We've shot out all the targets that
we
we
bought
bought
early.
early. The brand new ones. I mean, the arrows are actually hitting, falling down, hitting, bouncing out.
Oh wow.
So that's very rough to score.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
okay.
so then how much are arrows? Because they are aluminum, aren't they?
They're about a couple $100 for 5 dozen.
Boy, that's
$245 a box, I believe, is
Yeah,
what
something
they
like
are.
I tend to think that this archery stuff, these
expensive.
manufacturers,
yeah, they're making some money.
profit-making
But
organization.
with the nonprofit, it's actually
Wow.
cheaper than what you would buy it.
And so if you go to the retail,
Yeah.
it's a lot higher. Archery is the number one gross selling sport in America, over the NBA, over NFL, all that stuff. The numbers that come in from archery alone, you know, we're talking compound, crossbow,
Yeah.
traditional longbow, recurve,
Right.
all
Now,
across the board.
some of those bows can be like, I know my wife's husband, not my wife's husband, my daughter's husband.
All right.
That he's a bow hunter, and he has one, and it's like $2,200-$2,300 for just the bow.
It depends on what you get, and
Yeah.
you'll find that a lot of people don't. I mean, I hunt, but a lot of people don't.
Yeah.
It's just a sport of archery. Like I went, was it 2 weekends ago? I went to a single string boot camp that was led by USA Olympic archers, bare bow. And I go for the weekend to get trained because it helps me come back here. So I was actually mentored by real U.S. Olympic archers. And so they just got back from Italy a few months ago shooting, you know, and that kind of thing. So they shoot bare bow. And those are, you know, you're probably gonna get $1,500 just for the bare bow.
Yeah.
And so you go up to compounds and that stuff, you're talking several thousand.
There's some
dollars.
$3,500
Oh, yeah.
bows out.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
that's not including your $200, $300, $400 sites.
But that's
Your
not what you
$200,
guys
$300
are
arrows.
using here.
No.
Matthews Genesis, you can get them for $140.
But if you're a hunter, this is things you dream about, right? You go to the field and stream, and they're all
They got wish lists in archery, just like all the rest of us in
But
other
back to your
areas.
question, you know, the things that we are always needing is arrows and targets. And we work through NASP, they work through non-for-profit.
Right.
And so we do get things cheaper than what people,
Right.
if you want to go out and buy it, you wouldn't get it at our cost.
All right. All right, so now let's set the stage as we're heading to this national tournament. What kind of experience, if you're a kid, all right, maybe this is your first time, some have been been there before, okay? What kind of experience is it for them as they head into this huge hall with lots of people they don't know, they're going to be competing against? So tell us about when, you know, the trip there.
We're
and
seeing
going
some
down.
nerves already.
Oh yeah. This is actually the Eastern Nationals.
Okay.
They have Eastern and Western Nationals.
Okay.
And then everybody converges on Worlds.
Okay.
So basically, you know, we're at the Eastern Nationals, and you'll go to the convention center or whatever they call it, and you'll go in, and they have, I think, 2 or 3 different halls that have targets. I think they have at least 450 targets along the walls in one hall.
Wow, okay.
And so that's two shooters per target. And so everything is very, very well run. You'll know exactly, they'll have numbers behind the targets. You'll know what hall to go to. Everything, you'll be directed on what to do. And then everything is, you've been to a couple of our meets.
Yeah.
You know what, it's the same thing, same whistle commands, and it's all done with one whistle command.
Okay.
So you have
just more people, bigger.
basically,
venue.
if you have 450 targets, that's 900 shooters at the same time.
That's a lot of people.
All done with one whistle command.
Oh wow! Okay.
And you'll hear a pause, you know, whistles, and you'll hear a pause because everybody's quiet. It's like golf. You'll hear that whistle, and then all of a sudden, it's cool. It's a lot of people there, a lot of teams there, a lot of vendors there. You know, so they put on a pretty good.
Now, is it set up like I've been here to one of your matches? You know, well run,
Yes.
go score. Is it a similar setup?
Exactly.
Same. It's
Do
exactly
they have
same.
electronic scoring? But that's
They
what I
do.
want to
They
ask.
do.
So, do they post your scores on a board
No,
somewhere?
they will. Everything's done. They have a scanner. Like Tri-Village has a scanner
Okay.
that runs our scorecards.
Okay.
It runs scorecards, and they can, as soon as it's run through there, it's posted on the
Within
NAS.
minutes, it's on the website.
On
Quicker.
that
And so,
app that
yeah,
you shared
right.
with me. Okay.
So we'll know within an hour what our score is.
All right. So if I have that app on my phone, which I did to download that, I could go on
Yes,
an hour
see our
after you
ranking.
shoot and see where you guys are at.
Yep.
And that type of thing. I'd like to remind everybody, you guys do a great job of keeping everybody up to date on your Facebook page. I
Right.
don't know if you're on Twitter or anything else, or
No,
it's
just
just Facebook.
Facebook. I don't have time for Twitter.
Yeah, I mean, you can get lost in all the social media. So, what is that Facebook page, Brian?
It's Northeastern Knights Archery, I think.
NASP something.
Yeah,
Archery?
Northeastern Nice NASP.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, go check
That'll
it
get you
out.
close.
Yeah,
Yeah. We like to celebrate our students. It's about celebrating, having a good time. When they shoot 50s or they shoot, we had one shooter a week or two ago shot 10 arrows and they were all in the 50 range. I mean, they
good.
shot 100. Basically, is what it was, and when they do that, and so it's become a thing that they want to get their picture taken.
Sure.
So as a coach, it's like a competition. It adds a little bit of a fun to it. So then the Facebook page, we keep it active. It's about the school and archery, and so there's not anything else on there. But
Yeah, we're gonna have to figure out how to live stream one of their meets, Jerry, because my thinking is I want to put a camera down where the arrows are coming at you, but I'm not sure if we can do it safely. But I don't know. We can figure it
We
out.
get it on a tripod. And
Yeah, we'll do.
you could put it on a tripod behind any of one of our shooters, and they're not going to hit your camera.
All right,
I mean,
so
they're good, that good. So
the scoring's exactly the same. 5
Exact-
arrows,
yes.
and you shoot whatever.
it's just quicker at the Nationals. And with
Okay.
that being said, if anybody's got an extra Scantron machine laying around, we could really use one.
yeah, those are expensive.
Yeah.
They're expensive, but we could really use one because
Is
it
that
makes
what
stuff.
Tri-Village
Yeah,
has?
that
there?
is a certain scanner they
Yeah,
use.
everybody uses a Scantron machine because we got Scantron cards, like the test taking,
yeah.
and it works out really well because Tri-Village is just as efficient as what the state or the
Yeah.
Nationals.
What
be.
they're doing, they're trying to get to is a lot of schools are actually starting to do it. Is having iPads at each target, and you can just put it in instead of bubbling it in. You just put the iPads in it, and then it'll go directly to the website.
Yeah, bring it all electronically.
Yeah.
That's getting fancy.
Yeah. well, you guys do a great job. I want to say these kids, talking to some of your archers, they love doing it. It's a great activity, and there's a lot of camaraderie. I mean, this is what I notice is, they're pulling for each other, that kind of thing. It's really great to see, as far as that goes. So, what else we got? Anything else we need to know as you guys head to that national tournament, or have we covered everything?
Just the upkeep, everything, and now from now on, it's going to be a real big. Make sure our bows are legal because they have to be 35 and a half inches axle to axle.
Now you're the bow guy.
Yeah,
you're the arrow guy. What are you?
He's our tech guru.
Tech guy. All right.
So we got to make sure the bows are timed. Make sure the axle to axle length is dead on.
Yeah.
And is that something you do? Is
Yeah,
that you
measure that,
you can do that?
I've
All
had
right.
There's
bow.
certain wrist slings you can use or not use. You can't have
Finger
marks on your
pads.
bow. If you get marks on the bow for sighting, they'll disqualify you. You can't have those. It's not.
The string has to be free of any kind of inline peeps. We had a shoot a few weeks ago that
Yeah.
I was going through checking all the bows. That I check ours the same as competitions, and I found an inline peep. The first one I found in one of our competitions, and I called Brian over and another couple of the coaches over, and I said, "Hey guys," I said, "what does this look like to you guys?" And everybody knew, but the coach that had the bow. Now, I totally wholehearted. He didn't know anything about it. I totally.
That's
Feel he
considered
didn't.
cheating.
Yeah.
But
All
it's
right.
considered cheating.
Hey,
All
I'm
right.
telling you, this will sound like NASCAR.
They push it right to the edge.
They're pushing it to the edge.
Oh, we got wedge adjustments too on top of
There,
that. So.
at the meets, the coaches are basically the referees, basically,
Yeah.
the way it appears.
Till you get to your upper shoots, till like
Yeah,
NASP.
state, and nationals are all done with NASP.
They have range
They have-
masters,
we
We
tournament
have nothing to do with
masters.
that. Yeah.
Okay, all right. So
All we
it
make
makes
do is
sense.
make sure our kids' equipment's there on time, lined up, and,
Yeah.
and then they take over from there.
All right. Well, we want to wish you guys the best. If you're a kid and you're participating, Jerry, I think this is a great experience.
Oh, absolutely.
It's a lot of fun.
We retain a lot of our shooters throughout the year, and just as information's sake, we'll start back up in next fall around beginning of October, getting things ready.
We'll probably have you guys back
And then,
on if
you
you're
know,
willing to
that's
come
usually
back
when it
on.
starts, and we usually start practicing around November.
All right.
Super.
All right. And before that, when's hunting season?
October 1st.
Well, there you go.
Youth season is the weekend before the weekend before October 1st. For
It's incorrect. Hunting season's right now.
Oh,
well,
okay.
it's
Turkey.
all right.
white
We
bass,
got a
walleye.
bunch of them about my house, a bunch of turkeys.
So yeah, I mean, if they have any questions, you know, Facebook, call me. We'll make sure they get information.
And you guys do answer your messages
We
on
do.
Facebook.
Yes,
we do.
Okay,
Yeah.
I do notice
Almost
that.
immediately.
Yeah, there's 3 of us that run the page, so we can. Somebody's going to see
Yeah.
it.
All right. Well, we wish you the best.
Absolutely.
And
Safe travels and safe shooting and
Wish our kids the best.
Yeah,
That's who
absolutely.
got us here.
You just want them to have a great time and be a great experience.
Yeah.
That's what you really want to happen.
Yeah.
And just going there, I think you've already accomplished that.
Yeah.
And now
Yeah.
they want to compete and do well. So
And then what happens too is the ones that were there last year, they want to go back.
Sure.
You know, it's like, let's go.
absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, the atmosphere, like you said, the camaraderie, and then just the whole event. I mean, it's just like, you know, it's kind of like in the movie 8 Seconds when Lane Frost walks in. They said, "Here we are, the granddaddy of them all."
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
That's the feeling that the kids get when they walk in.
All right. We appreciate you guys coming. Jerry, I think we probably need to take a break.
we got to pay some bills.
We got to pay some bills. Our best to you guys,
you. Thank
and we'll have you back again at some point, and we'll corral you, get you in here, and you know, we'll look forward to it. So,
Well, we'll be back after these messages on Knightline Live.
Do you need assistance and you don't know where to turn? We can help. From fixing meals, medicine reminders, personal hygiene, rides to appointments, someone to talk to, and much more. Guardian at Home Servicing, all of Wayne County. All you really want is for your loved ones to enjoy life. Harmon sheds are custom built to your specifications and needs. But wait, there's more! Harmon sheds build privacy fences, decks for your pool, beautifully designed decks for all around your home, and detached pavilions. Let Joe and the crew do all the work, so all you need to do is relax.
This is Rick Fletcher. When my car needs repair, I take it to 715 Simharjan Parkway in Richmond, home of Knuckle Busters. With their ASE certified technicians, why would you go anyplace else? They repair domestic and imports, air conditioners to Z-bars. Knuckle Busters Auto Repair. Call 765-488-1470 and tell them to go Knights!
Hey there, my name is Gibson and I would love to invite you to LifeSpring Students. That's our youth group at LifeSpring Church, which is just south of Northeastern on 27, and we meet from 7 to 8:30 on most Thursdays, but the doors open at 6:30. It's a great way to get to know more about God, meet some friends, as well as get to know about yourself some more as well. Plus, it's a lot of fun. We usually have some basketball and dodgeball, along with some other activities, and if you want to know more, check out lifespring.tv/students.
With local BTV, it's easier than ever to view all that WCTV offers.
I can now stream local government meetings direct to my TV.
Now I can watch local programming right from my phone.
I can easily view recorded and live events on my computer.
With a few clicks on any device, you're ready to view WGTV Channel 11, WETV Channel 20, and WCTV Channel 21. With local BTV, you're able to stay entertained and informed.
Welcome back to Knightline Live, and we're shifting gears. We were talking a little NASCAR, now we're going to talk some real rubbing and racing.
Yeah,
and that's track. And the big night invite went off without a hitch, and Rick, and the weather was not the best in the world.
It was cold. Jerry, I went there. I didn't stay right to the end, I will admit that, but I stayed for most of it, okay? I probably left a half hour before it was done. I had 4 layers on, and I was still running to keep warm here, but it was a lot of fun. We have a lot to share tonight with track.
Yeah, it's their big night.
Yeah, hopefully we can get to all of it here. But first things first, it was senior night.
Oh, yeah.
Right? So we got a video with the seniors. We're going to go to that right now. And Nate, we're going to go to that senior video right here. And let's see, introduce all the track seniors right now. So let's do that.
First, Noah Ammerman. Noah is escorted. Connor Osterman. Connor is... Next is Madison Osterman. Next, Calvin Berhalter. Next, we have Chase and Marissa Cates. Next is Isaac White.
Great video, and Rick, you got to give props to Clayton Smith, our assistant principal. He was the voice you heard in the background there.
Well, I said to Clayton, I said, Clayton, if you ever decide to give up the gig you got now, you got a spot in FM radio. His voice is golden.
Well, you know what? If he came with us, it'd be 3 old guys and Steve.
But John Marquardt wasn't appreciative of that, me suggesting that to him, because that would put a little more work on John. So, anyways, we had a good time with that. But no, we appreciate Clayton. He was there the whole night. I think you probably have done that before.
I've done it twice.
So, and these meets are long.
Oh my gosh!
And they go on. So I was all over the place because you have some of the events are in different spots, okay? Yeah. And the running events are at the track, and then you have the throwing, the discus and the shot put are over past the baseball field, and I'm trying to be everywhere at one time. And which made me think that next year, Jerry, we need to recruit a student who likes a camera, okay? To attend some of these things and to get that video for us, and we can put it all together for them. Okay,
it's an idea.
Well, there were a lot of good performances. We're going to talk about some of those notable performances when we come back. But first, I want to give the track team. I don't think I was able to get everybody. Okay, but we've got a lot of pretty good footage, Jerry, and I want to put that on here. We probably got about 5 minutes worth of videos and stills. So Nate, let's go to that right now and let's look at those.
Curving up. Barry, get on deck. Vance and home. Mark. Mark. Mark.
Welcome back to Knightline Live. So good videos, Rick. I don't know if that shaking was because you were cold or what.
It was cold. I tell you what. Well, you know, I don't have all the results because when you look at track results, sometimes it's like a financial page just trying to read that.
It's like trying to read your phone bill.
Yeah, exactly.
Which I'm experienced on that today.
We dealt with that earlier before we came.
We did.
But the Knights, the boys, they were number 1 out of 9 teams, and the girls were number 2 out of 9 teams.
And I don't think the boys winning was any surprise.
Right.
But I do think it was a minor surprise that the girls came in second.
Well, they had some great performances. Can we say this? Freshman KK Hogg can burn.
She's got some wheels.
She's got some speed. We saw that. Actually, I think I played that twice. That in those videos, that 4x100 relay where she was on the last leg of that thing. She was behind and caught up and won. And it was exciting to watch that.
You know that 4x100, I was told today, was only a half a second off of the school record.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Which was pretty close. And that's with, I think it's Hashana Clark was under the weather and not feeling well at all.
Okay.
So if she's feeling and runs like she normally runs in that time, that they're probably really close to eclipsing that.
Yeah, so that's a lot of fun to watch. And again, what can you say about KK? She's flat out fast. Noah Ammerman, we already know this.
He's fast.
He's fast. He's got it going on. The Cates twins, I mean, what have they done their whole careers?
Well, just win.
That's all they do is win. Nothing.
1600s, 3200s.
Yeah, in track, cross country, we've seen all that success. They'll have success in the sectionals. We're guessing, that in sectionals is they're coming up probably just in a couple weeks. Not that long down the road. That means we're winding down, Jerry. Everything's winding down.
18 days, Rick.
Yeah, 18 days for you. The rest of us got to go to work.
I hear you.
Anyways, Calvin Burhalter, he had his personal best in the discus, over 131 feet. So congratulations.
Wow. That's a good throw.
congratulations to him. Just an overall great performance. Track is another one of those things like cross country where there's a lot of camaraderie amongst the teammates, but between the teams, because they've seen each other all these years, and they're always competing against one another. And it's really great to see. Hopefully, I was able to reflect a little bit of that attitude in the videos and the still photos that we had. So it's a lot of fun. I was able to get an interview. I took.
Surely not, Rick.
Finally got an interview. It's been a while. With Calvin Berhalter and Maddie Osterman. I want you to notice Maddie. Now, Maddie's been through this before, all right? She's not shy at all. She grabbed my mic and took over. It was great. It really was. But you get to know Maddie. That's what you're getting right there.
That's right.
And she was happy to do it. So let's go to that interview, Nate, and then after that we're going to go to commercial and we'll come back and wrap up. All right, we're here at Northeastern High School at the night invite. I'm here with two seniors, Calvin Berhalter and Maddie Osterman. You guys are no strangers to us anyways. All right, I'm going to ask both of you guys the same question. You're both seniors. There's a lot going on in your lives, not just this right here. So as you wind down, Calvin, tell me what your thoughts and feelings are.
Well, I mean,
Calvin, I love you.
You too. It's like the kind of end of an era type thing, but I'm glad it lasted and happened. It was really fun, and I'm appreciative for everybody who made it good and awesome.
Well, you've given us a lot of great moments over the years you've been here out in the football field. We heard your name a lot out there, Calvin.
Yeah, I tried.
All right, Maddie. Also, the same thing for you. Tell me what your thoughts are.
Well, I'm not trying to be like one of those people that talks about senioritis, but once we came back from spring break, I wanted to be done. But so this is basically my last hoorah, screw around, have fun. Guys, go away. But that's basically it. I'm just glad to have fun all this time, and I'm really appreciative of everybody in it.
All right. You also gave us some great moments. I got to go back to that volleyball. How great that was. It was for a guy like me. It was awesome. Well, I want to wish both of you guys good luck in the future. I appreciate you stopping by. All right, that was Calvin Berhalter and Maddie Osborne, two seniors. Wishing them the best and good luck to them. Back to you guys in the studio.
You've had a hard day at work and all you want to do is sit in your lounge chair in the nice cool air? Then it hits. The AC's not working. The living room feels like the Sahara Desert. Call Reynolds Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling. In just a short time, it'll be nice and cool. And then all you'll need is a sign that says, "No penguins allowed." Call 765-966-0994. Reynolds Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling. Proud sponsors of the Knights. Did someone say boom, baby? Call Scoretti Pyrotechnics at 765-977-2757. Scoretti Pyrotechnics has performances for birthdays, weddings, school athletic events, other occasions, and of course, the 4th of July. Scoretti Pyrotechnics are proud supporters of Knights Athletics. Boom, baby! Rick, thank goodness somebody called timeout because I am hungry.
I'm starved, Jerry. Hey, with 3 different Richmond locations and 1 in Hagerstown, here's a Subway sandwich shop near you.
And you can always order off the app for curbside pickup. The drive-thru's always open, and the way that I prefer it, I just like to walk in.
Here's your sub.
Listen, Subway, eat fresh.
Go Knights!
Smith, McQuiston, and Webster Funeral Home has proudly served the Fountain City area since 1886. From the time you walk up the steps, Funeral Director Keith Webster's goal is to carry forward the legacy of personal service established by the Smith and McQuiston families. Using modern technology and good old-fashioned attention to detail, We will strive to earn your confidence in us by treating families the way we think we would want to be treated. Smith McQuiston Webster Funeral Home.
Welcome back to Knightline Live, and switching gears again. This time we're talking a little tennis and a little golf real quick.
Yeah, we're going to touch on tennis and golf. My hope is to get out to the course and do for them.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to, but it's my attempt, because we all work day jobs around here, okay? And we all have personal lives that we have to attend to. But my hope is to get out to the golf course and the tennis course. I want to talk to some of the players. And I tell you, we've been out to the golf course, Jerry, and we've had a lot of fun when we get out there.
Absolutely. We've had a great time.
And I love going to watch the girls play tennis. But they've had some busy weeks, and they got busy weeks coming.
Yes.
Again, their sectionals are not that far down the road here. Especially for tennis. Golf's, I think, is a little bit later.
Yeah.
They're typically probably the last one out. Last out of the
one
game.
of the last ones, yeah.
But notable, Hayden Chalfant shot a 37 at Winchester. Jerry, that's a great score.
That's a great score. It is. And Winchester's not an easy course.
Yeah, so congratulations to him. I'm going to encourage you guys to go to the Go Knights Athletics website. You can get their schedules for upcoming, and you can also go ahead and get their results. They're pretty good at posting the results. And, golf, we had the coach in here earlier in the year, and they're a young team, but it appears that they're coming together, so congratulations to them. Softball, let's switch gears real quickly because we're kind of getting to the end of our time here. They had their sectional draw.
Yes.
It's going to be at Union County. That sectional starts May 22nd, okay, at Union County, and the Knights drew a bye, first run bye, so they won't be playing the first night, but they're going to have a tough run there. Their first game is who do they play, Jerry?
They'll play the winner of, I think, Shenandoah and Eastern Hancock.
Yeah, and I'm gonna say this. All right, ladies, you got to be playing your best.
Yep.
All right, there's no question about it. You got to be playing your best. But I don't think there's a team you can't win.
I agree with that.
You can't beat.
I agree.
I've seen Eastern Hancock, and I've seen Union County, probably the two top teams in that sectional. You have to go by their top-ranked teams. So they're both going to be in that sectional. But I've seen their pitchers, and they've got great hitting, both of them. But I think we can beat them. A lot of it's going to be in our mind whether that can happen. So we put together a little bit of a softball montage there. I want to thank, I think it's got to be Gracie Summers I'm thinking she's the camera person because she's always holding the camera. And the softball team, they're great at putting their stuff on Facebook.
Yeah.
So if you want to see that, go right to it. So credit to them for the photos. We just happened to put a little music to it and put it in a sequence. So let's go to that, Nate, right now.
Welcome back to Knightline Live. And, well, girls softball is trucking along, Rick.
Well, hopefully they're fired up now. They're 7-7, but I think if they really bear down, Jerry, I think they got a lot of talent. They got a lot of young talent too. You got Brooklyn Adams and Addie Wright doing great as freshmen. Olivia Null playing a lot.
Yep.
So they play a lot of freshmen.
Yep.
But they got a busy week coming up. Go to the schedule, GoKnightsAthletics.com, and you can get their schedule and get out there and support them. They've got some big games coming up. Let's see if they can put a run together. They've got some teams that they'll be able to compete and beat. So hopefully they can get that thing going in the right direction for sectional time. That's it, Jerry. I think it's probably 8 o'clock or pretty close.
I think we're on a wrap right now. Our executive producer for tonight is giving us the old. I don't know if he's calling for the left hand out of the bullpen or what, but Rick, I think it's time to say night, Gracie.
Good night, Gracie, and we'll be back next week.
We'll be back next Monday at 7 o'clock. And for Rick Fletcher, I'm Jerry Middleton, and you know what? It's been another good night.